Alright, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the current drama that's going on with the H3H30 podcast and Ethan Klein in particular. So today I'm just going to go over what's going on right now, and later on in the video I'll explain what led up to it. It'll be a bit of a switch up from how I normally order things, but just wanted to get right into it today. So Ethan Klein came out with this clip yesterday.
You go.
Today we have no sponsors because I am an existential threat to gay rights and all progress. So, of course, our wonderful fans have taken upon themselves to write all of our sponsors and to have them can't not sponsor or not to support us. So we are... I'm very, I'll just say this. I'm very thankful to our members. Now's the time, and the reason I say that is to thank our wonderful members who support the show by becoming members, because...
So, initial impressions, I was really confused as to why he blamed his fans. I mean, obviously, your fans, people who enjoy you, aren't going to be sitting here getting you unsponsored, because that was the ultimate goal of calling into these sponsors, is to make you lose money. And I don't think anybody who was a fan of you would want to do that. That doesn't make any sense to me, and I feel like Ethan's sort of just lashing out. Now, I'm a very anti going after somebody's sponsors. I think it's ridiculous. And actually, I'd like to give a big shout out to today's sponsor, Nobody. I am not sponsored by any company at all. Moving on. So yeah, this feels like it sort of got brought on by him with the whole content nuke thing. If you remember, Ethan was sort of bringing up how Keemstar was getting sponsored by G Fuel, and now people have gone after other people's sponsors before, but that feels like one of the biggest and most commonly talked about, and the most recent example of someone going after somebody's sponsor. Now, if there is Pokemon going after It's a Gundam sponsor, but that's a little bit of a different circumstance. It's not quite the same level of entertainer, but that really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter your size or your platform. It's still a wrong thing to do, in my opinion. And it looks like it's coming back to bite him. He shouldn't lose his sponsors. What he said wasn't too bad. We're gonna get into that, but I don't understand what you get out of going after somebody's sponsors. Like, you just made somebody lose money. Maybe that helps you sleep better at night. And honestly, if I was H3, I wouldn't have addressed this. And some people are saying that he might have lied to garner sympathy after the whole drama. I really doubt it. It just doesn't seem very likely to me. It doesn't seem like it would be a good idea to just do that to yourself, and especially if it comes out that he was lying. That's just reputation completely in the toilet. No getting it back. You're done. It's over. It's like the mundane Matt stuff where he was claiming videos like that. Once he got caught, that was it for him. He was done. It was over. I think the podcast will be able to bounce back from this. I don't think that this will be, the final nail in the coffin. I don't think it'll be the thing that drives Ethan away from YouTube. But then again, it could be. We've seen just in the past couple of years, Jenna Marbles, stable of YouTube for since forever, since before I even started watching YouTube videos, leave the platform. And we've seen Emma Chamberlain leave. We've seen, these big creators, Filthy Frank, leave the platform. And this could be something where Ethan just says, hey, this isn't worth it. I mean, 'cause he doesn't look happy. Jeez. He doesn't look happy doing this stuff. He doesn't look like he's having a ton of fun. But I don't know whether or not how he's feeling and anything of that sort, because I don't know him. But just judging off looks, which I tend to not like doing, but whatever. But yeah, wrap up this whole current scenario. Don't think that he's gonna be in too bad of a shape. He should be fine long term, and it'll be okay. So what led to all of this? Well, One day, Ethan was doing an episode with just him, not his wife, and one of the crew members. I think his name is Dan. And James Charles had revealed his Amazon list, and one of the things on his list was adult diapers. So Ethan decided it would be a good move to make fun of him for that. Now, honestly, like, just all other things aside, it's just a weird thing to make fun of a guy for. Like, obviously, it's embarrassing. Like, he didn't want to put that out there. It was an accident that he showed it, and this will be the only time you ever hear me defend James Charles. You can stamp that and take it to the bank. I don't agree with a lot of things the guy does, but I will say that, like, to attack him like that is wrong, and I don't condone it in the slightest bit. But anyway, they did that, and they started talking about different topics. So I'll play the clip for that.
He has some anal leaking. Now, we were saying, well, if he's getting blasted in the ass hard enough, potentially, you may need to wear a diaper. And a lot of you will say, like, okay, we've had a debate, like, I don't think vaginas increase in size from sex, but assholes actually do. If you have a lot of anal sex, you can actually blast open your anus. Frequent anal sex can result in a blasted open asshole. Maybe he's just got railed real hard the night before. He's a power bottom.
No,
That's an option, power bottom.
So wouldn't that mean that the diapers aren't for him, though?
No, if he's on the bottom, he's getting railed. That he's an enthusiastic receiver. Oh my god.
He's gay.
So yeah, and I really don't want to morally grandstand and act like I'm this super ally. You know, I'm super, pro LGBTQ. Well, I am. I consider myself an ally, and I don't know how allyship really works. I consider myself an ally. I get accepted, some initiation ritual. I don't know, but like, still, it's kind of weird to say things like that. And originally, when he first got called out for the whole top bottom thing, I was like, people, because I hadn't seen the clip, and I was like, well, people have made jokes about it, but I feel like the thing that people are so angry about is the fact he was like so aggressive with it. He was so like, yeah, ha 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 ha, this and that and this and that, hey, tops and bottoms are lame, and because that's what he was insinuating. I don't think he really he did everything but directly say it, is what I'm trying to get across here. Now, I got to a point where they had a caller, and this happened.
Okay, we have a call about the top-bottom stereotype. Hey, Matt. So, Matt, what have I got wrong?
I know often you feel inclined to describe someone where you think they might be a bottom. And I think that that's often a misconception, that, like, bottoms may be passive or the...
Well, I just mean that he likes
the partner.
I just mean that he likes to take it up the butt.
No, there have been times. I think one that comes to mind was maybe Jordan Peterson, that you described as probably being someone that would be a bottom. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. But like I've heard you at times maybe say like, oh, this is someone that might be a bottom. You can't always tell like who's the top, who's the bottom.
So do you find it offensive if I say by being like, oh, he's probably a bottom? Is that the problem? To make
Absolutely.
It's offensive.
Because
I mean, it is funny though. I don't know. I think the problem is that the term power bottom is very funny to me. Sometimes, these alpha men give power bottom vibes. I think maybe the joke is the dichotomy of like their persona of ultra masculinity, but then like the joke being that they're a power bottom.
I think the ascription of like throwing out that someone is just a bottom, like, because it just ascribing certain roles to people. That's all I'm asking for, is just be a little more conscious of it.
So would you consider yourself a top or a bottom, or you don't do that the labels?
And I mean this with all peace and love and with respect, Ethan. It's none of your business.
But you have a preference one way or the other?
But that's another dangerous assumption too.
Can I guess?
Don't.
Will you tell me if it's right, if I guess right?
Yeah, so I'm not even sure I'm gonna play the full thing because I don't want to sit here and play somebody else's content for that long. don't feel comfortable with it, but also I wouldn't really feel comfortable with playing that clip because it was kind of cringy and weird, and I don't know why he was being so aggressive. The guy was nice. I've never understood the whole like making fun of your fans thing. But yeah, and part of the other reason that people were mad is that they were being so dismissive about it. But they eventually did apologize. Now, I think, like I said earlier, the H2H podcast is going to smooth sail and it's going to be fine. There's not going to be too big of a fallout. Like, hopefully, I don't ever want to see anybody, like, lose their job over something like this. Like, clearly he was being silly, and I've criticized him even in this video. But, you know, I don't think it's something that he should lose his job over. I think it's just something he should, you know, ooh, I know not to do that now, and just move on. But hey, alright, that wraps things up for me. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow.